Greetings, class. Please everyone settle down now. Pull out your Human Anatomy 101 books. Today we're going to be looking at a live demonstration. We'll be taking a look inside of the human body. Please pay close attention to each part as there will be a quiz on this at the end. To begin, we're going to take a look at one of the most interesting parts of the human body. They call this the hand. The hand has many functions, but is mainly comprised of one large bone. The hand bone, also known as the knuckle sandwich, is one of the most essential components of a human. They use this for everyday life, including mundane tasks and creative tasks. It functions in a multitude of ways. We believe that the human hand is comprised of a singular bone. We happen to believe that this may be true as well for the human foot. We have heard tell of cracking noises coming from the hands and feet. Our understanding of this is it is the bones breaking in order for the hand to move in position. Please pass the hand around so that everyone in the class can have a close look at it. All right, the next item that we will be looking at is called the humerus. It is the largest bone in the human body. You can see this humerus has some skin still attached to it, and so we need simply make an incision to remove the skin. The skin is a very fascinating part of the human body. Although it comes in many different colors, we believe that the skin is used for breathing in all forms. Just going to peel off this skin here. And as you can see, this is the largest bone. It functions in the leg. The leg is what allows humans to be bipedal. Please pass this around as well. And if you would like to take a look at the skin, I can have that passed around. Okay, I'll go ahead and pass that around too. Make sure that everyone's taking close, careful notes, okay? This is very important as we hope to visit Earth in the near future. Next on our list is the human eyeball. The human eyeball is a very important part of human functioning, but we understand from analysis of the eye that humans observe their surroundings in an inverted fashion. The way that the light travels in means that each human is experiencing everything that we see normally upside down. You will not be able to observe this fact just by looking, so please make sure you have this note written down. There you are. It is quite slippery, so be careful. Next, we're going to take a look at an average human nose. Typically quite large and bulbous, the human nose is used mainly for communication. The communication that humans have is what has brought them such a robust civilization, as I'm sure you all know from your human history courses. Please note the red coloration. This is different than the rest of the human body. We believe that this may have evolved in order to show the prominence of each human. Go ahead and pass that around as well. All right, does anybody have any questions yet? Okay, I'm going to keep moving on. If you have some questions, feel free to write them down, and we can go over them at the end. Next, we're going to look at one of the external organs called the ear. The ear, we believe, is a purely decorative piece. Although each human possesses two, each ear is identical to the other, just like the eyes and the hands. The only difference is that each ear is going to be flipped. You have one this way and one this way. Human ears may also be used in attracting a mate, as their large round shape might be quite appealing. Please take a look inside of the ear as well. There is a canal that goes deep into the ear, okay? Don't want you to miss that. All right, now we're going to move into the human body cavity. Although the bone is located inside of the cavity, what we're referring to here are the squishy components of the human cavity. First of the squishing components, we have these kidneys. The kidneys are a very small organ, and yet it is one of the most essential parts of human life. The kidney, we understand, is responsible for human reproduction. Each human is assigned 2 kidneys so that in case of failure, they will always have a backup kidney to use in case of emergency. This means that humans are quite excellent at repopulating their planet. So please handle this gently. It's very squishy and wet. There you are. Next on the list, we'll be looking at the human heart. Considered the core of love by many humans, we understand that the heart is simply the filter and detoxifier organ. You can see the different chambers that the heart has, where it brings fluids in, cleans them, and then pushes them back out. Human blood gets very dirty being inside of their bodies, and so the heart helps keep things nice and tidy inside of the dirty human cavities. The heart is considered the center of love, typically for its shape. Humans consider the oblong shape to be the most romantic shape. You may hear in your human history studies references to the heart. Typically, though, humans are referencing a metaphorical heart, not their filtration system, all right? Okay, go ahead and take a look inside of each ventricle as well. All right. This next organ has caused quite a bit of debate among human anatomy experts. Some believe it is the thought center, while others are pretty sure that the brain is simply the storage for plasma. We can imagine why experts might think that a decent amount of electric activity may happen in an organ such as this, but our sources confirm that it is full of plasma. Thus, we have concluded that the brain is simply the storage for the body's plasma. Please do not pry apart the lobes of the brain. It is best viewed as a full intact subject. If you look in your textbooks, you will see a perforated version where you can look deeply into each layer, okay? Keep this specimen whole, all right? And no throwing around the ear, okay? All right, there you are. So we only have a few more to go. Does anyone have any questions about what they're seeing? Okay, yes, you. No, so humans need all of these inside of them at all times in order to be alive and to function, okay? Yes, so this human subject here is no longer with us. Yes, we collected this specimen about 400 years ago upon our last visit to the planet Earth. It has provided us with many essential insights into understanding human life. Much of human life revolves around the human body. As you can imagine, such primitive creatures have not evolved the technology that has allowed us to live without many of these organs, okay? All right, very good. Now stay with me while we go over the last few organs, okay? Next on the list, we have what they call the stomach. The stomach is a very interesting organ. We weren't sure at first what its purpose was. As aliens get most of their nutrients from photosynthesis, we were very perplexed on the purpose of such an organ. As we have observed, the stomach fills up with food. We believe that the purpose of filling the stomach with food is to prevent humans from drifting out of their very thin atmosphere. Yes, the atmosphere has an extraordinary impact on how the bodies are created, okay? So as you can see here, this stomach is quite full. Okay, you might be able to look inside a little bit if you're very gentle, okay? But please be mindful of the smell, okay? All right, there you are. And for the second to last organ, we have the connecting organ here, the large intestine. The large intestine lines up with the stomach to create a perfect seal. Food travels down from the large intestine into the stomach. We believe the purpose of the large intestine is for the pleasure of taste. Can you imagine if taste was as simple as putting something into your body? Yes, we have long out-evolved taste here that allows us to eat any nutrients we need without worrying about the texture or taste, as the humans call it, okay? The large intestine has many small chambers, each chamber equipped with its own buds to taste individual flavors. We have heard from human literature that humans can taste flavors such as salty and sweet. We are interested to learn more about these flavors and what role it might play in the evolution of humans upon our next visit. Please imagine what flavors might be like if we were to taste them with our bodies instead of our minds, okay? All right, very good. Our top human anatomy experts have been working diligently to understand the function of lungs. Lungs are connected to the upper respiratory tract and to the mouth. But we noticed that the lungs seem to have the ability to fill with air. We are able to pump these lungs with air, and they do inflate. We think the purpose of this inflation must be balance. The human's earth is very round, and in combination with the thin atmosphere, we think the humans might wobble around a bit. The lungs could potentially serve as a flotation device to keep the humans buoyant. Please raise your hand, no interruptions. Okay, yes, now go ahead. I have heard the theory that some experts have speculated the lungs could perhaps be related to breathing. However, our research on the skin indicates that because the skin is a much larger organ, it would make more sense that an essential function like oxygen absorption would be carried out by a much larger organ than these small little lungs, okay? Yes, because we don't know for sure, we're open to theories, right? That's what science is all about, okay? We're going to remain open-minded, but for now, just follow what the textbook says. Lungs are for balance. Okay. Yes, feel free to blow in them as well. Okay, we only have one more organ to look at. This organ is called the kidney. The function was quite a mystery to us for a long time, but our experts have concluded that this must be the center for thought. The reasoning behind thinking this is the center for thought is that it is located centrally in the human body. We think it would make most evolutionary sense if humans were to have evolved with their thinking organ, their most important organ, the organ which controls all other organs, so to speak, was located centrally in the body. Next week we will be doing a liver dissection. Okay, so we will be using a fake liver to look inside and have a simulated experience of the inner workings of the human mind, okay? All right, here's this for you. And it looks like I'm just getting that hand back here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and store these safely away, as these are one of our very few specimens that we have to teach with. But I'd invite you all to come up and take a close look at the remaining components, okay? We have the skeleton here, draped with the skin for breathing. And as you can see, there are several additional bones. Each bone has an important role. For example, these cage-like bones here hold all of the organs together. If the organs were not held together, they may just drift apart. All right, now class, I'm going to begin handing out your pop quizzes. Please put your books and notes away. This should only take a moment. If you were paying attention, it should be very easy to fill out. When you're done, please bring your sheet back up to the desk and you can head out early, okay? All right, I just got one for you, one for you, one for you. All right, quiet down, no talking during tests. All right, I'll just be sitting up here waiting. Good luck on your test.